Shane Connolly and Tony Sutton, well done. You're here in Hobart. Tell us about it.
It was an epic journey. What is it, Hamble's journey or whoever? Wonderful trip, hard sailor's trip. It was very fast, and keeping a little boat like this under control in those sea conditions is tough. That said, she held together beautifully. It was good solid run. But we made a decision when things started going bad for other boats that our job was to get the boat to Hobart. That was our only job, and that became our race, get the boat here safely. So we met our business objectives.
Very good strategy, and that's probably very sensible, isn't it, Tony? Because she's quite a performing boat as well, isn't she?
Well, it is a great performing boat, actually. Probably outperformed us, I think. Look, it's really quick, and like Shane said, we made a decision not to push it, and we got here and we had fun. Look, I would like to say something about it was beautiful out there. It's quite amazing to see those waves coming through, and it was.
Everybody talked about that this year. Actually, the waves didn't have sort of big hollow bottoms on them, and people were actually really enjoying the hard running.
No, it was good. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, watching the dial.
So, what did you get up to as a top? Do you reckon, Shane?
20.5 was our best, and I think that was with 2 reef main and a storm jib or something. It was. We were just going like the clappers.
And tell us a bit about, this is your second now as the two-handers. So what's brought you into that?
Look, I've been racing for a long time. I've been sailing, cruising for a long time. So most of my sailing's always been short-handed, particularly when I was cruising. So I did quite a few years on crude boats. I ran a crude boat and I loved it, and I missed my crew, I'll be honest with you. But that said, this was just a new adventure. It's just a new aspect. And I think if you've done a lot of sailing at the crude level, it's a great opportunity to still sail but do something just slightly different. So I think it's, there's been a lot said about crude boats and two-handed boats. We're the same team, and I'd encourage a lot of crude sailors have done a lot to come over to two-handed, and equally I'd encourage people who are new to sailing to do crude stuff first. They need to learn.
Quite right. So Tony, how did you come to this in the same place?
I've raced for Hobart in Hobart with Shane on one of his other boats, and he asked me to come along, and I was delighted, and so I thought, why not?
Tell us a little bit about it, because you've got a lot on at certain times. So how are you sort of managing the boat and your energy levels and so on?
We did actually put a bit into that, and in the end, we modified our strategy a little bit, and we were out an hour on, hour off during the hectic times, and we actually popped out the other side quite well. So
good. That's interesting, isn't it? So that's just giving you short bites of rest along the way, but kind of making sure you're on when you need to be. Cool. And there's a fantastic camaraderie around the two-handers, isn't there? I think you was it Speedwell? You lent them a battery or something. There's a lot of that going on, isn't there?
Yeah. Look, it's a great little community. I think the crew, if you were to metaphorically, the crew is all the two-handers.
Yes, that's right.
So even though we're competitors, and when we feel fiercely competitive, we're also great mates, and we look after each other. So that's the community spirit, and that's a good part of two-handed racing. It's one big crew or one big family, yes.
Well, that's a lovely note to finish on. Well done, guys.